Hello and welcome to an understanding of CERs. Now, one of the things that we're going to talk about with this is just walking you through a potential way to structure your analysis. So, first things are first. You probably have been taught that you need to have evidence in your writing to support claims and analysis through commentary to explain your reasoning. We have to really rationalize two major issues with College Board essays. You have to have direct evidence. It cannot be paraphrased. It cannot be summarized. Do we see it still happen? Yes. Can you still do it and effectively score a very high essay? Yes. But throughout that essay, I should still see critical pieces of evidence that you have driven or pulled from that text that is word for word what the author has presented you. Now, above and beyond that, I should also see analysis through that commentary to explain your reasoning. So, you chose a specific type of diction or a specific type of tone. Tell me why. How does that further the point? What is it effectively conveying? Really explore those three questions. What, why, and how. Now, this is the form that you guys have been taught for a very long time. So, it's called Jane Schafer. And you can see this is my trio of sentences. The first one is your concrete detail, or a CD, if you will, and that's evidence that is appropriately cited. Then my next two sentences are commentary sentences. So commentary 1 is designed to explain the reasoning behind choosing the evidence. Typically it follows the this shows or this indicates. And the problem with this first initial sentence, it's highly repetitive. Your second commentary then explains the connection between your concrete detail and commentary 1. It's the this is significant because. Generally, commentary 2 is designed to link to your thesis statement while bridging together CD and CM1. Again, this format is not a bad format by any means. It's a good starting place to learn how to analyze appropriately. The problem is it's repetitive. When you're writing any form of timed writing, if you go back through your past, you might feel that some of the things you've written is the same idea over and over. It was recycled, it was repeated, and it's not to the best quality that you feel you are capable of. Part of that is just the format, being told that it has to be just like this. Now, the next thing that we'll see with the problem, sometimes you feel like you're doing it wrong because it's the same point over and over again. That causes your confidence to fall to pieces, and once we have that, then I have the erase marks, I have crossing paragraphs out, I see you completely throw away a timed ray and just start over and you only have 20 minutes left. That confidence really is crucial. And finally, you don't like writing as a result. Thinking should not be a violent activity. Writing it down should not be something that's stressing or anxious based. It should be something that's just natural and just happens. So, their format that I'm going to kind of suggest to you to start weeding and walking away from Jane Schafer. It's called CER. And when writing an essay, you have to remember a very important thing. You have to support your opinion. Essentially, no one will care, but realistically, as a writer, you have to support your opinion. You have to tell me why you have a certain thought. And explaining why, providing my reasons, gives evidence to your opinion. So, whatever evidence you're providing, that's your claim. That is your whole foundation. Taking that into account, explain why you've chosen that piece. What, why, and how. Always go back to those three questions. Now, opinion equals proof. Proof means you sound smart. And as simple and as silly and mundane as that sounds, that is a simple truth about any type of writing. So, when writing your body paragraph, just like math, there's going to be a formula to follow. Having said this, before I reveal this formula, let's talk about one major aspect. Regardless if you follow Jane Schafer, regardless if you follow CER, if you completely throw all of these formulas to the wind, that's still absolutely fine. Really, when we look at your writing, when I examine it, when College Board examines it, that's the we. I want to see that you have interacted with the text. I should see quotes, not paraphrases, but actual tangible quotes that I can analyze. I should also see you analyzing. That doesn't mean that commentary 1 or commentary 2 has to be 2 sentences. It could be 5 or 6 sentences. For every one piece of evidence, you could find yourself writing an entire paragraph over that one teeny tiny sample that you've pulled. So, CER is just like Jane Schafer, it's just formatted a little differently. Claim, evidence, reasoning. Now think about thesis statements. A thesis statement is a claim. What I want you to do is to always come back to your thesis statement, to always keep that centralized. Well, this is essentially like commentary 2. This is my bridge. This is the whole thing that comes together. Now I'm going to look at E, my evidence. What do I have? If I'm going to suggest that the author is attempting to elicit a response from the audience, what evidence do I have to back that up? And then finally, my last sentence is just like commentary 1. My reasoning. Why did I choose that one piece? Why not another piece? Why do I honestly think this? So if you really think about it, this is commentary 2. This is your concrete detail. And this one right here, your reasoning, that's commentary 1. It's the same format. Or same concepts rather. I just changed the format. So again, with our claim, we're looking at the support to back up your opinion. This is your point. Evidence, my specific example, it's my illustration. And my reasoning is an explanation, very clearly. Now, again, taking all this into account, what if your claim is 2 sentences? That's fine. Just make sure it's grammatical and it's not getting convoluted. Evidence should be specific. Reasoning is where I'm going to see a lot more words. I'm going to see a little bit more phrases and clauses. I'm going to genuinely understand what it is you're saying. So reasoning, you're going to most likely see anywhere from 2 to maybe even 5 sentences explaining your claim, explaining your evidence. That's the reason why I wanted you to see this format. It opens up the formula. It opens up how you can approach things. So here's what a typical body paragraph would look like if I followed CER, 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 like concrete detail, commentary, commentary. Again, topic sentence, still required even at AP level. And here's my claim, evidence, reasoning, CER. Now, if I were to be in AP language, I would probably write here that each letter or number doesn't have to represent a specific number of sentences. It's just saying that this is where the claim is going to go. This is where my evidence is. This would be all the reasoning that I provide for all of this. And now let's say my reasoning is 6 sentences. And my next point that I want to make is not going to fit in with this body paragraph. You could completely switch that out, make a brand new paragraph, add a concluding sentence, and then just jump in. That's, again, up to you. If not, you can add another CER, and this would be my second one, and then a final one, and then, of course, my concluding sentence. That would be your basic. Now, I'm showing you numbers, so if this was a typical, like if this was my sophomore class, this is what I teach my sophomores in order to break out of those constructs of writing. That would be 11 sentences. But for you guys, again, you have flexibility. You have the ability to move and change how you want to approach this. So don't feel like this is a typical or mandatory format. It's just what it looks like when you're learning for the first few times. Can it change? Can it modify per writing assessment? Absolutely. Does it change per writer? Yes. And let me make this again very clear because we're reaching the end of our PowerPoint. Should you work better with Jane Schafer, please follow that. Do what's going to be more comfortable for you. I will start to work with you on your strengths and your weaknesses. I will help you as you start to grow as a writer. But do not feel like you absolutely have to follow any format. My big focus will be the analysis, the reasoning, the commentary that you provide. Any way you look at it. Analysis, reasoning, or commentary. All three mean the same thing. All three are my big focus. Just find the way that's going to work best for you. And should you at any time struggle, please just set up a time to come meet me. I will work with you, especially when we have writing assessments that we can look at and truly, truly analyze. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.